Assalamu alaikum students. Today we'll discuss the second chapter for your book First Flight of class 10th, Nelson Mandela Long Walk to Freedom. This chapter is actually an extract from the autobiography of the Nelson Mandela, who was born on 18th July 1918. The first black, and he was the first black president of the South Africa. Actually, his speech include the description of the inauguration ceremony and few words from his speech and his journey to being a freedom fighter and the other freedom and the struggle of the other freedom fighters and the countless other people who fought for their freedom. Actually, in South Africa, a brutal practice named apartheid was followed. Apartheid refers to the discrimination or the unfair treatment between the people on the basis of their race. It was one of the most brutal societies where the dark skinned people were ill treated and were deprived also for their basic right. Just because of their dark color of their skin, they are not allowed to have and enjoy their basic rights. This lesson give us an overview as to how Nelson Mandela, along with the others, carved their way to the society where there will be no discrimination on the basis of their color, caste, race, age or gender. On any of the basis, there's a society he is dreaming and he's putting all his efforts and labors, and he finally achieved and fulfilled his dream in getting a society which is free from any of the discrimination on the basis of anything like the color, caste, race or the gender. Here the author is talking about the first Sawn ceremony, which was held on the 10th May, and he is going to be head of the state of the South Africa. And the day what he was enjoying and the ceremony was going on, it was a result of the long years of the struggle of what? Struggle of the anti-racism. He was the leader of the anti-racist party. Until then, the seat, the head of the state की seat थी, it had been always occupied by the white presidents. That is why the author referred the day as the bright and clear. On the day which he was taking the oath of being a president of the South Africa, he described that day as a bright and clear. And it was a morning full of hope. And this ceremony is taking place is an open circular building made of the sandstone, consisting of the union buildings in the Pretoria city. He was accompanied by his daughter Zenani on this big day. The author also mentioned that in some part of his speech where he said that everyone by his presence was giving rise to hope for a new beginning, means those whoever are present there in this ceremony are actually supporting the new beginning. What kind of the new beginning? The society free from the racism. free from that practice of apartheid. He mentioned that after a great struggle, they have finally achieved the political freedom as well. His government promised to free everyone of the still existing poverty, hardship, inequalities. हर चीज़ से उन्होंने प्रॉमिस किया कि हम लोगों को आज़ाद करेंगे. He then exclaims, the freedom should rule and may God shower his blessing on their land. Freedom should rule means उन्होंने इतना लंबा वक्त बंदियों की तरह गुजारा था, बंदी बन के गुजारा था, कैदी बन के गुजारा था, कैदी बन के बंदी बन के गुजारा था. मतलब जो प्रैक्टिस थी अपार्थाइड की, उसके अंडर जो रह के तकलीफ़ें झेली गई थी उसके बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. Just after the newly elected president addressed to the audience, an impressive arrangement of the fighter jets, helicopters, soldier transports raised everyone heads up in the sky. I mean, it is kind of a ceremony was going on as we have the on the 26th January. कुछ इस type से. What does it symbolize? It symbolizes the perfection as well as the military's respect and obedience towards the free country. Okay, everyone was saluting and promised their loyalty to the Mandela, to the Nelson Mandela. The author remembers the day as the playing of the two national anthem of the country, one of the whites and one of the black. On that day, no one knew wordings of the anthem of the blacks, but Mandela was confident that everyone would soon learn this anthem and that they once hated. जिस anthem को वहाँ के लोग पसंद नहीं करते थे, सुनना नहीं चाहते थे, नेल्सन मंडेला को यकीन था कि एक दिन उस नेशनल एंथम को लोग पसंद करेंगे, सुनेंगे और उनका जो ख्वाब उन्होंने देखा था वो आज के दिन पूरा हो गया था. On the day of the inaugural ceremony, the author was remembering the days of the past when this whole system was apartheid. It resulted in the inequality and inferior treatment of the dark-skinned people. When just because of their color of their skin, the people were treated unfairly by the white people. Those who are in white in their color of their white is the color of their skin. So as a result, and they were the black skinned people, they were not even enjoyed their fundamental rights. They are deprived of their basic fundamental rights. As a result, one of the world's most brutal and inhuman society was born, and this began even before he was born. जब उनका बर्थ नहीं हुआ था उससे भी पहले से ये प्रैक्टिस उनकी कंट्री में चल रही थी. And now he gained and he achieved this he's achieved his aim, and this equal and the free country was a result of the sacrifices of the countless other men and the women who have fought all their lives for the day. In this the author, the Nelson Mandela, wishes that if he could thank them, but unfortunately they didn't live to see the result of their courage. जो उन्होंने हिम्मत करी एपार्थाइड के अगेंस्ट, उसका रिजल्ट देखने के लिए वो मौजूद नहीं है, जिंदा नहीं है. They are not alive for this. Nelson Mandela gained his strength to stand against the wrong from all the wrong things what is going on in the society. He believed that the courage didn't mean the absence of fear, but the ability to overcome the fear. The man who overcomes his fear is called brave. If you are brave, so it doesn't mean that fear is not there in your heart. It means the fear is there. डर है दिल में, लेकिन आपने उस डर को ओवरकम कर लिया है. When you have come into this condition, then you are able to call the brave. One is taught by society to hate the humans. Actually, by birth, no one has hated anyone. It was taught by the society to hate. When the people and the society can learn to hate, then they definitely can learn to love also. It's his beliefs. He believes that goodness in the human being can be suppressed but never eliminated. इंसान की जो अच्छाई है वो कुछ वक्त के लिए दबाई जा सकती है, लेकिन ख़त्म नहीं की जा सकती है. According to the author, every human being has its responsibility toward the family and as well as the society also. And you can't say that you only have the responsibility for your family only. You have the responsibilities and duties for your society as well. In the same way as you have the responsibility for your family. The author did not have the plan to stand against the apartheid system in the early life. He lived his childhood like any other normal child in the South Africa. He only had to follow the rules set up by his father or the custom of his tribe. I mean, they have to they are in such condition when even they have to fight for their basic rights, for getting married, for getting education and all. And then the Nelson Mandela joined the African National Congress, ANC, when he realized that it is not only him whose basic rights were snatched away, but all of those who looked like him. It was all of them was treated in such way. सिर्फ वही नहीं थे जिनके बेसिक राइट्स स्नैच किए गए थे, बल्कि बहुत से लोग थे जो उनकी तरह दिखते थे. उन सब के राइट्स स्नैच किए जाते थे बाय द वाइट पीपल्स. स्नैचिंग इट अवे फ्रॉम सम was equivalent to taking it away from the everyone. That meant taking it away from the author. जैसे कि उन ऑथर के साथ यानी कि नेल्सन मंडेला के साथ हुआ है, ऐसे ही उनका मानना था कि हर ब्लैक के साथ होता है. इसलिए उन्होंने जो फाइट करा वो सिर्फ अपने लिए ही नहीं करा, सारी जो साउथ अफ्रीका के ब्लैक पीपल्स थे उनके लिए किया. He mentions that the need to free the oppressor is high as that of the oppressed. What did he said? See, this is kind of a moral of the story कि जो ऑप्रेसर है, जो जुल्म करता है, जो ज़्यादती करता है, वो भी एक तरह की बंदिश में होता है. And it is very much needed to release that oppressor as it is needed to free the oppressed. जैसे हम oppressed को फ्री कराना चाहते हैं, हमें ऑप्रेसर को भी फ्री कराने की ज़रूरत है. जितना ऑप्रेस्ड, जिससे जुल्म हो रहा है, वो मजबूर है और बंदिशों में बंधा हुआ है, उतना ही जो जालिम है वो भी बंदिशों में बंधा हुआ है. जालिम की बंदिश क्या है और वो कहाँ बंधा हुआ है? उसने अपनी ह्यूमैनिटी को, अपनी इंसानियत को कैदी बना रखा है, बंदी बना रखा है. तो उसको भी रिलीज़ करना ज़रूरी होता है. The oppressor is bounded by the shackles of hatred. He has the weight of all the people who he has tormented, for he carries the curses of all their families. For taking away someone else's freedom and making them a prisoner, he became a prisoner of biasness. Thus he is robbed of his humanity and the need to be freed. उसको भी उसकी the oppressor also too should be free. Oppressor is also not free. Here the explanation of the chapter is over. I hope understood. Listen it carefully.